Welcome back to the YouTube! Welcome back, guys. Hope you guys are good. Now, today's video is a little bit scary, okay? It's a little bit worrying. We're going to be looking at the craziest things teachers have done in school, and some of the things that teachers have done to students will shock you. So if we start with this one, 96.2% of teachers called in sick to get out of work. So that's 3.8% of teachers don't do that. That is a lot. Where do they get this information from? 92.5% of teachers text at work, but they tell students off for being on their phones. Yeah, that is so true. Have I ever seen my teacher on their phone? I don't think I ever did, but so they probably do it on their lunch break, which is fair enough. As we go through this video, guys, the things the teachers do get more and more crazy. Make sure you stay to the end because you're not going to believe what they've done to some students. And also the percentage of teachers that have done the things gets smaller as well. 85% of teachers enjoy their job. Well, you'd like to think that would be 100%. Apparently 15% of teachers don't. Fair enough. It's probably a very hard job to do. I actually have a lot of respect for teachers, to be fair. 83.3% of teachers forget a student's name. They probably just check the register. That's what I would do. 78% of teachers believe in your abilities. That one teacher that never gave up on you. Wow. That's pretty deep. 76% of teachers are female. What? Over 3/4 of teachers are female. I did not know that. 66.7% of teachers scold a student to make a point. You know when the whole class is talking but only one kid gets shouted at? Yeah, to be fair, I can understand why. Because if I was a teacher and one kid was annoying me, I would just want to shout at that kid. 62.5% of teachers have gossiped about a teacher. What? 62.5% of teachers have gossiped about a teacher. Oh, okay. So they're like talking about other teachers behind their back. Fair enough. Probably it happens in a workplace. 58.8% of teachers have gossiped about a student. Whoa. I wonder if I was ever gossiped about. Just talking about the stupid ginger in the corner eating the wall. They're like, yeah, we need to get rid of him. He needs to leave. Half of teachers purchase clothes for students. My teachers didn't do that. Teachers are heroes. Hopefully they will get more appreciation in the future. My teacher never bought clothes for me. Where has this come from? 41.7% of teachers spend their own money on their classrooms. Sadly, they're underpaid and underfunded. Well, there you go. If you ever see a teacher complaining that they've bought all the glue sticks or bought all the equipment in the classroom and they're telling you off for breaking it, don't shout at them. Don't get angry at the teachers. They have actually bought that with their own money. That's crazy. That you would think the school would pay for it. 37% of teachers have lied to a student. A little white lie never hurt anybody. What do they lie to them about? That they're clever? 36% of teachers are cool. That is a really weird statistic. I mean, where have they got that from? Everyone had that teacher who made all kinds of jokes. Yeah, to be fair, if you had a teacher who was funny, they were cool. They're a cool teacher. 1/3 of teachers are boring. If 1/3 of them are cool and 1/3 of them are boring, then what is the other third? Now that you have online classes, it's even easier to fall asleep. Yeah, we've all had a boring teacher in our life, let's be honest. 32.3% of teachers bought food for students. I remember I had a teacher that bought food off of someone. There was a kid in class who would buy food and then sell it in school to make money, and the teacher found him once and he thought he was going to stop him, and then he just bought food off of him and he said, "Don't get caught." I think he bought a Snickers off the kid or something. He was an absolute legend. Well, absolute legend teacher. 30.3% of teachers are under 40-year-olds. Do you think it's easier to relate to younger teachers? Younger teachers, it says. Do you think it's easier to relate to younger teachers? That's crazy, actually. I thought it would be more than that, under 40. Make sure you stick to the end of the video, guys, because the ones at the end are absolutely crazy. You are not going to believe what these teachers have done. 28.6% of teachers have a master's degree. Well, knowing more should make you a better teacher. Well, yeah, that's fair enough. I think there was one teacher in my school who had a PhD as well. We had to call them doctor. 1/4 of teachers ignore students. Sometimes they just don't hear. Sometimes they don't want to hear. You shouldn't ignore students, especially if they're trying to ask you a question. They're just trying to learn most of the time. Another 1/4 of teachers you will never forget. Wow. Of all the teachers you've ever had and of all the teachers you're going to have, if you haven't finished school, you will only remember 1/4 of them. That's pretty crazy. I mean, this is a bit of a weird one. 21% of teachers are attractive. I mean, who's to say they are or aren't attractive? Where have they got this statistic from? We're getting into the juicy ones now. Only 14.3% of teachers have a favorite student. I bet there's more than that, but they just won't admit it. It's like your parents saying they don't have a favorite child. They do. They just won't tell you. 11% of teachers have hit a student. Hit 11%. How surely 11% of teachers have been sacked then? That's crazy. Like back in the day, that used to be fine, but it's not anymore. 10.8% of teachers quit their job. We're going to run out of teachers at this rate. Wow. 10.8, that's pretty high as well. It's scarily close to the statistic that teachers have hit students. I reckon 11% of teachers hit the student and then not long after quit their job. Oh, this is an interesting one. 10% of teachers forgot about homework. If you've ever not done your homework, just don't bring it up. Don't apologize for not doing the homework. Just don't bring it up, and hopefully the teacher will forget about it. Hopefully your teacher falls into that 10% bracket. 9.1% of teachers have second jobs. A very sad fact. Teaching is usually already a full-time job. That is crazy. So teaching is just not enough money for them. Yeah, that is sad. Teachers do deserve more pay. What they do is crazy. I've huge respect for teachers. 7.7% of teachers dislike a student personally. Yeah, fair enough. Some students are just dicks. I reckon 100% of students dislike a teacher personally, though. 7.1% of teachers are depressed. Well, that's a pretty sad statistic, isn't it? 6.7% of teachers don't teach the entire syllabus. Well, no wonder when I started my exams, I had no idea what I was doing. My teacher was in that 6.7% bracket. It was either that or it's just because I was stupid. Before we continue, guys, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I love you. 6.3% of teachers give surprise exams. Oh, you surprise teachers. 5.9% of teachers are creepy. Yeah, I can believe that. I definitely had a few creepy teachers. I've had loads of teachers as well because I went to like 4 different schools. 5.3% of teachers skip their own lesson. Sometimes they're just not feeling it, I guess. Wow, they just skip. They just decide they don't want to turn up. 5% of teachers put on a movie to avoid teaching. Well, I'm pretty sure all of my teachers did that. Actually, about this time of the year, when it's nearly the summer holidays, my teachers would put on a film and then just claim it was revision. 4.3% of teachers eat lunch in the school canteen. So where do the others go? They eat it in their car? Probably just in the staff room, I guess. 3.7% of teachers argued with a student's parents. Wow, fair enough. Is that a parents' evening? That would be horrible as well, wouldn't it? Like, arguing with a student's parents. Just like, I don't get paid enough to be here. 2.9% of teachers swear at a student. I've actually been in a class where they've done this, and I'm pretty sure teachers aren't allowed to do it. I don't think anyone told on the teacher, though, because they shouted at a student who was being a knob, and we all found it funny, so we weren't going to tell on the teacher. But yeah, I do remember that happening. 2.3% of teachers have feelings for a student. What? Wrong on so many levels. I hope the students are above 16. Even then, it's weird. Always a bad idea, especially if the student is underage. Yeah, that is a bad idea. 2.3%. That's weird. We got a big drop off in the percentage now. 0.24% of teachers sleep at work. Well, hopefully not during class. Fair enough. I can understand that. It's a hard job and maybe a bit boring as well. 0.06% of teachers drink alcohol at work. What? 0.06? It's a stressful job, but still. Maybe they hide it in their water bottle. You think they're drinking squash and it's actually rum and coke. 0.04% of teachers have been to jail. The crimes committed have to be very minor and have been a very long time ago. If it's like done for speeding or, I don't know, drink driving, maybe. It's still a bit worrying, isn't it? That you can even get a job as a teacher if you've committed a crime. 0.03% of teachers commit suicide. That is very sad. Shockingly high. Thank God there are now occupational therapists. Yeah. Oh my God. 0.01% of teachers non-consensual sex with a student. How horrible. Disgusting abuse of power. That is up. That is crazy. I don't even know what to say about that. That is just insane. Why is that happening? You got to at least ask the student's parents first. 0.017% of teachers pull their hair out. There are better ways to deal with stress, but I guess this works too. Oh my God. I don't think I've ever seen a teacher do that, but I doubt they'd do that in front of their class. 0.024% of teachers have sex with a student. Oh my God! What are your opinions on this? If the student is of age, of course. No, it shouldn't happen. It's grooming. This definitely should not be allowed. Where are they getting these statistics from? I want to know who has what teacher has admitted to doing this? That is insane. 0.009% of teachers have sex at work. Thankfully, these aren't all with students. Oh my God. Imagine doing it at work. Oh God, That's funny. Where? Where would you even do it at work? There's so many people around. That is risky business. 0.007% of teachers have gone to work in pajamas. Early mornings aren't for everybody. I reckon it's been more than that, because don't you have like a pajama day? Like you wear your pajamas to work day. Has that not been a thing? I swear that's a thing. Oh my god. 0.003% of teachers die at work. Thankfully, they are all usually by natural causes. What a weird statistic. Imagine being in class, you're writing away, and you notice that your teacher's been quiet for some time. So you look up, and you just see your teacher just... Guys, is he alright? That would be traumatizing. This is a really small amount of teachers. 0.00001% of teachers are killed by a student. I want to know when this has happened. This is especially a problem in areas with high amounts of crime. It's definitely not worth the pay being a teacher if you're going to get killed by one of your own students. What the fuck? Okay, everyone. We have made it to the last one. Drum roll, please. 0.00002% of teachers have killed a student. Sadly, this has happened before. What the fuck? Just when you think it couldn't get weirder or more rare than a teacher having sex with a student or a student killing a teacher has actually killed a student. Oh my god, has that happened in school? That is insane. I mean, that is a bad punishment. Did they not do their homework or something? What happened? I want to know the story. Jesus Christ, that is a weird statistic. And on that bombshell, I think we're going to end the video there, guys. Let me know in the comments, guys, what do you think is the weirdest statistic? Was it the sex one, or was it the fact a student has killed a teacher, or the fact that a teacher has killed a student? Hope you guys enjoyed watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Take it easy, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!
Oi! Subscribe!
Oh god, please subscribe! Subscribe!
Subscribe! Subscribe!